Boom, boom, boom. We are live. Thanks for joining me, guys. Let you guys all pour in here.
Because I am the bank. That's because I am the bank.
Crown chakra,
I've
been
definitely
going
do some
harder.
push-ups and check the markets.
Partner always kept it real, like a Navy SEAL. When the shit get deep, keep my
Oh my God.
Bitcoin key levels that I'll be looking at.
Cipher trading,
Alright, I'll be right back.
indicators in the world. Market Cipher trading, trade like a boss, trade like a boss. I'm in love with crypto. Market Cipher trading, trade like a boss. Trade like a boss. I'm in love with crypto. Market Cipher trading, trade like a boss. Trade like a boss. Crypto is a godsend. Decentralized fuck a bank. That's because I am the bank. Decentralized fuck a bank. That's because I am the bank. That's because I am the bank. That's because I am the bank. Market Cipher trading, best indicators in the world. Market Cipher trading, trade like a boss, trade like a boss. I'm in love with crypto. Market Cipher trading, trade like a boss. Trade like a boss. I'm in love with crypto. Market Cipher trading, trade like a boss. Trade like a boss. Crypto is a godsend. Decentralized fuck a bank. That's because I am the bank. That's because I am the bank. Trade like a boss. Market Cipher trading, trade like a boss. I'm in love with crypto. I'm in love with crypto. Market Cipher trading, trade like a boss. Crypto is a godsend. Market Cipher trading, best indicators in the world. That's because I am the bank. Trade like a boss. Crypto is a godsend. Market Cipher trading. Market Cipher trading, best indicators in the world. Market Cipher trading, best indicators in the world. Crypto is a godsend. Decentralized fuck a bank, fuck a bank. Crypto is a godsend. Decentralized fuck a bank, fuck a bank. Market Cipher trading, best indicators in the world. Market Cipher trading, trade like a boss, trade like a boss. I'm in love with crypto. Market Cipher trading, trade like a boss. Trade like a boss. I'm in love with crypto. Market Cipher trading, trade like a boss. Trade like a boss. Crypto is a godsend. Decentralized fuck a bank. That's because I am the bank. Decentralized fuck a bank. That's because I am the bank. That's because I am the bank. That's because I am the bank.
Hey, what's going on, people?
Crown chakra, I've been going harder. Crypto over.
How's everyone doing in the chat? How we doing? Mr. Adam, S.A. Razor, good to see you, man. Drew, what's up, my dog? The Osborns, good to see you guys. What's up? Let me know if the audio is okay. Let me know if I'm coming through loud and clear here. And we'll go over some Bitcoin levels, man. You know, man, the bears have been taking us under the intraday. Nothing too volatile, too crazy, right? But we're still just kind of ranging under that intraday. But welcome to class. Put a 1 in the chat if you're going to do some push-ups with me. Let's do some fucking push-ups right now. 25 push-ups. Let's go. Let's get it. I already did 300 today. Man, that was tough. Tougher than last night. All right, let's get it. Man, at least we got one Chad. We got Kyle Skinner. And we got Gimme. So, a girl did push-ups, but all you other motherfuckers didn't. So, I hope you feel good about yourselves. But, man. All right, I already did 300 push-ups today, so that was actually kind of hard. All right. So, man, what I see here on Bitcoin is we lost the weekly VWAP, man. Slap a VWAP on the start of the week. We were riding on that shit pretty good. Came down, settled on it. Right now we're underneath it. We're in a pretty bearish posture right here, guys. So the price has really got to come over 69564. We got to come over that intraday if you're trying to be bullish right now. Let me see if there's any bullish inclination on any of these like little small time frames. Yeah, check it out. We got a red DBSI on the 10-minute, guys. So, you know, I'm not really sure. It's kind of like an indecisive, like, weird point for me, not gonna lie. But what I really feel like should happen is I feel like we should dump down to the previous week's anchor, because this light blue line here, which I will recolor to let's just make it pink. My chart's been having a hard time loading too, man. I'm like, here we go. So this was the previous week over here from May 13, and like we jumped on top of that anchor, haven't settled down on it yet, and like I feel like we should, man. So a downtrend like would not surprise me. That being said, I do think that the remainder of May overall is going to be bullish, right? Because just look at that May anchor. The May anchor, we're running on top of it. It's so late in the month that you know, I feel like May's overall trend is pretty established, right? May is a bullish month. And so even though my chart is taking forever to freaking load here, this is going to be a pain in the ass to dancing around the time frames, bro. Is my VPN on, man? No, my VPN's not on. It's just, just dealing with it right now, man. But yeah, it looks, so in the chat, Julia said there's a fair value gap at 66K. If my anchors will load, then we'll see where my supports line up with that. Here we go. Yeah, so like that weekly, the previous week's VWAP is right at about that level, Julia. And also the all-time high anchor, the volume-weighted anchor placed at Bitcoin's all-time high this year. So if we came down to these levels, you know, that would be totally fine. You know, it wouldn't disrupt the bullish overall trend in general, but also the May uptrend as well. I was saying this yesterday that, you know, we're under the intraday. And so it is in the Bears' court. You know, the Bears get a little bit of a softball pitch. We got some God candles. You know, you paid pay it forward, man. We got to humble ourselves a little bit. What do we see here on the 4 hour? Yeah, you know, I would say that if we can come back over this week's VWAP, we could get some bullish, divergent, even more like frothiness, even more flopping and groping. Oh, this is chill. So we look at the crypto bubbles and, you know, not very exciting. Caspa doing pretty good. WIF having a little pump. I guess BitTender, I mean, with BitTender is the best coin of the day, you know it's not a very exciting day. You look at the ETF flows from yesterday, it's like a day behind, but you saw the flows picked up a bit. See that little, like, we kind of uptrended a little bit yesterday. The flows picked up a bit. You know, some Nvidia analysis might be in the cards tonight because people have been talking about Nvidia, so I might have to go over that. But with crypto news, I know like Gary Gensler was fudding the congressional bill, doing, you know, being his usual fudding self. Not much else really going on. Dust kind of just settling from everything that happened, you know, with that big ETH pump and shit. We look at Ethereum and we're kind of holding up on these levels for now. Let me do like some anchor work here on ETH actually. But no promises just because the price action is so goofy. So we put a weekly anchor on this green dildo. And then we wait for it to load. And this gives you a pretty solid level of support where if ETH had to come down, perhaps due to like money flow coming out, waves reducing, we could fall down to like 35.95 area. Still hold pretty bullish. DBSI has got our back. The big anchor's got our back on the big picture stuff. But yeah, that weekly anchor is like some medium-term support for ETH. So right now we see ETH currently over its intraday, I believe. Let me zoom in a bit. Let me zoom in just a little bit here, see if there's any bullish action going on. I definitely see some anchor trigger that played out that sent us over the intraday. Currently trading over the intraday. It's just not really, I'm not really sure if this is like there's volatility coming or if we're just going to get more ranging up and down. I'm not really sure if the intraday VWAP is just a steady guide for us to kind of ebb and flow around, or if like there is like a long coming off this. You know, I'm not really sure of the volatility, where the volatility is at on ETH. All I know is that we got some decent support down here, pretty much just at the low of this range, right? And so even if we did have to fall below the intraday, there's likely a long setup brooding down here if we don't build a case on top of the intraday as we are right now. But let's take a look at Nvidia. I haven't looked at Nvidia in a while, and if everyone's talking about it, we'll take a peek at it real quick. Nvidia, obviously one of the biggest freaking stocks, man. Like most of the money in the stock market is in this shit, so this is really important, man. Honestly, it looks pretty bullish. Like just by flipping on it, going on to the 15-minute, it looks like we're holding this DBSI line in a consistent uptrend. We've surged over the intraday anchor trigger, or perhaps another anchor wave. It's kind of debatable if you want to call that a trigger wave, but it's looking pretty bullish. We just filled this gap here on the 15-minute, and then now we're going up. But this is only the 15-minute, so let's go up maybe to the planning time frames and see what's going on. Looks like we are at some recent highs. Found a little bit of supply, so you're seeing a little bit of ebbing and flowing up here. But longs are favored. You got that DBSI uptrend action going on. So any dips, any green dots, you would think would eventually play out for you, like if you were patient enough. Let's check the 4 hour, see how that's looking. Four-hour waves looking a little bit wonky. Money flow just coming back in though, so you know, overall up. It's just where you can see that we're dealing with being up here at these old highs. There's clearly like some sellers coming in. A little bit of momentum has been lost on this 4 hour time frame. If the bigger time frames are super bullish, then you know we're willing to look past this. So let's keep moving up here. Now the 8 hour is a little bit concerning. I do see that red dot there. Yellow oscillator. How's that red oscillator looking? Just now crossing down. Looking like a little short-term correction here on Nvidia. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're like at these highs, bro. The RSIs did just conjoin and tie up, and it's like they just did achieve market strength all over again. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. 5 day. 5 day was just... looks like it was saved. If that shit... if the 5 day can come over that 60 line, that would be insane. Let's check the weekly, bro. How's the weekly looking? Alright, weekly has been saved as well. Weekly's looking good, man. The RSI is just now picking up. Yeah. Longs are favored. It's just you got that, like, the daily, like, the planning time frames look a little iffy on Nvidia because we're at that high. But the weekly's got your back. And then we saw that those little scalp time frames that looked pretty bullish too. So kind of a mixed bag on Nvidia. But the weekly looks hella bullish. And what's going on here, it looks like the setup for an ascending triangle. This looks like an ascending triangle breakout kind of thing. So I don't know. Maybe the daily time frame will just get like undone. Those warning signs. Kyle Skinner says 25 more push-ups, bro. All right, let's get it, man. One in the chat if you're gonna do these with us. You better be doing these, Kyle. Easy, bro. Man, you made me do 350 push-ups today, man. You are one cruel dog, Kyle Skinner. Alright, I'll be right back 1 second. I actually got a guy coming like hella late to fix the AC. I'm like, what are you guys coming here so late for to do this shit? But maybe I'm about to get robbed, but let me make sure my garage is open for this dude. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Don't make me do any more push-ups, Kyle, man. Don't be saying any. Don't be talking about push-ups anymore, man. I got work to do tomorrow, man. You know I take my shit seriously. I gotta recover, bro. I wasn't expecting this peer pressure, man. But let me know if you do another 25, Kyle, and we'll cheer you on, bro. So what else is going on? Let's check the S&P. S&P. Ooh, little hidden bull div. Hidden bull div on S&P 15-minute. Price holds, but the waves came down a bit. Nice green DBSI. Looking to reclaim this anchor over here. Still under the intraday, but a case is building there on that S&P turning bullish again. Man Bear Pig says, epic work with the workouts. I'm going to start doing 100 push-ups a day. Might need to start with 20 or 10. Dude, so there's like a progression to this shit. Like, you know what's crazy? It's like my natural progression starting the challenge. Like the first 12 days of the challenge, I was just doing the price of Bitcoin divided by 10. So what I would recommend, Man Bear Pig, is like the first 12 days of doing this, whatever Bitcoin is, just do that many push-ups divided by 1,000. So just do 70 push-ups a day for the first 12 days. And then what I did was I said, oh shit, if I want Bitcoin to go up, which we are coming over the intraday now. This is looking, things are changing here. But yeah, dude, like, so after that, you do pretty much 3 months of 100 push-ups a day. With some variations, like the moment you feel like you can start doing clap push-ups, diamond push-ups, in like decline push-ups, all that shit. Any day you can feel like you can work those in, do it. But you do about 3 months of just 100 push-ups. And then you just get to a point where like you feel like you need to crank it up. That's what happened to me. And that's when you go into like the crazy burpee shit. But I feel like if you just go right into doing what I'm doing and you aren't like fit, it's not disrespect. I'm not trying to disrespect at all. Like, cause this is like how I felt. Like, I don't think I could have done what I'm doing now at the start. Like, do like 3 months of 100 push-ups and then go into the crazy conditioning shit. And that way your back won't get all messed up and stuff like that. Cause, doing 100 burpees like most days out of the week would normally screw your back up. And now I feel like I can do like 3 pump burpees where you do like 3 push-ups each burpee, or like 5 pump burpees, and like it's not an issue because my chest got built up a lot. Whereas before, like if I was just doing that shit, like it would just not be good, man. Back pain and yeah. But the awesome thing about the burpees is like now I can touch my toes. My legs are like I'm standing straighter. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like my feet used to be like spread out like duck feet, you know what I mean? And now they're like straight. And now like I can bend down and touch my toes, and like my back doesn't hurt anymore when I do the burpees. So they are good, man. Man, so with Bitcoin, we are right here at this weekly VWAP. There's a bundle of support and resistance that we are currently in right now, guys. So first of all, with this 15-minute DBSI is red. We're under the weekly, but we're right there battering at the gates, and we're right here on the intraday. And so this is a really critical level in the immediate short term for Bitcoin. I believe that over the night, when you guys wake up in the morning, see which way Bitcoin has chosen from this point. Because if we can get over the 69,557 level, this weekly VWAP, build a case on top of this intraday, and the intraday slopes up tomorrow, you actually have an upwards follow through, like something like that, right? That being said, there's a high incentive for Bitcoin to come down to the previous week's VWAP. So that's this pink line here. This is a VWAP place at the start of the previous week. And this is a VWAP that we pretty much just ran away from, didn't get any healthy taps of. And I believe that Bitcoin could come down to this level and still have a bullish rest of May. Look how much room is left in May. And so, you get one healthy correction down to that previous week's anchor some point in the next day or two or something, if there is weakness around this current weekly blue anchor, right? And then you have the setup for a really nice frothy, flopping and gropey, bullish rest of the May. and then perhaps a correction at the start of June back down to the May anchor. But just my feeling of what should happen, you know. But I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, see what Bitcoin does around these levels. Just since I flipped on the stream, we've built a case. We were under the intraday, now we're over the intraday. Not really sure how much volatility we're dealing with at the current time because we're at the intraday, you know. So I don't see it clearly trending above or below. I don't see a clean whale splash of support on the intraday. I don't really see the cleanest long setup here on the 15-minute. Just like some anchor waves. What about the 30-minute? Little bit of anchor trigger here. In both directions, though. You see a bearish anchor trigger that did kind of already play out. But then you see this kind of bullish kind of setup here too. Man, honestly, man, I'm a little indecisive, which is like an indication in and of itself. You know, like at this level, I would think that it would want to come down and test the previous week's anchor, but we could hold up here. We could just deal with that problem later. You know, maybe at the start of, like, if we just go crazy bullish again, we would see it, right? Because we would see some traction on the intraday. You would see the waves picking up in a convincing fashion. And I guess we could just run away with the rest of May. And then just see a big shakedown in June. But it would be healthy if we came down sooner or later, man. I don't want to get burned. I don't want other people to get burned making them short just because I want something to happen. You know, I want to see some rejections under the intraday. This was a perfect level. You know, this level, this level, this level. Look at all these lines that say that the price should come down below these levels and then continue lower, you know? So if it doesn't do that, if we're just building this bull case on top of these lines again, like this, then, I mean, we just go bullish again tomorrow. Yeah, so it's a little indecisive for me, man. I wouldn't, personally, I wouldn't trade. I wouldn't trade. Not gonna lie. Julia Wynn says, look at the cup and handle on the weekly. You know, Bitcoin's weekly does look, the waves look very bullish. That being said, the daily looks a little bit like Nvidia. If I look at the daily on Bitcoin, you know, you see that red dot, you see the yellow oscillator aiming down. The monthly also looks like crap on Bitcoin. See, that monthly looks just like the daily. So, man, it's mixed bags for me on when it comes to the macro environmental time frames. I don't really think this is a cup and handle, guys. Like, you tell me this is a cup. Would you sip tea out of that tea cup right there? That's not a cup and handle, man. But let me let this guy in the garage, and then we'll go over what I think a cup and handle would look like on Bitcoin. go. Sorry, thanks for waiting, guys. Handling some IRL stuff right now. What's up, Willem? Good to see you in, man. If you pull the fixed range last bull cycle to current, you'll see that the 56K bounce was a perfect bounce off the macro value area high, which could suggest BTC is going into a new range. All right, let's see what you're talking about, Willem. So we're gonna pull a fixed range volume profile. So we go into what he's talking about is this volume figure here in the same class as our anchored VWAPs. But it's a little bit different. So he says, let's go magnet mode, and we'll pull that from the last bull cycle to the current. So you do that from here to here. Oh god, this is gonna take forever to load, man. Oh yeah, man, look at that, look at that. This is what he's talking about here is we bounced right off of this yeah, man. The value area high. That's pretty cool, man. That's a cool observation, bro. Not gonna lie. Cool observation on that. I'm not the best with these fixed volume profiles, but yeah, really cool observation. And look how long we spent digging in down here. You know, we got that big node forming there. And we spent a long time in that range. Same with down here. We were down here for a long time. And, you know, even this range, you know, people say we have to come back down to that. But did we not dig into that a lot? Like back here and here and here and here? You know, so we did play around at that, you know, at that the mid 40s levels for a long time over the last many years, you know. But when it comes to cup and handle, I'm not a fan of the Mistine crypto cup and handle pattern. I think that there's like better ways to describe what's going on here. A real cup and handle would be like a much larger correction. Like yes, a cup and handle would be bullish if something like this happened, because a cup and handle is like the market's going up, you get the cup, and then you get a larger handle, like something like this. You know, like something like it could be huge. It could be like another bear market inside of a larger bull market. And look what the regular chart would look like. So this would be like a cup and handle would be like if this is the top and we're dumping, and then we go into like the death of crypto, and like that would be a cup and handle to me. You know what I mean? So, you know, I was anticipating bear scenarios like that. You know, just because, like, you know, I have to. I like thinking of anything that could happen and what those scenarios would look like. Especially looking at what could happen with the treasury bonds and stuff, like pretty much at any moment. You know, we don't really know. Like, look what happened with Ethereum. Like some news or anything could happen. A macro thing could happen and anything could happen. You know what I mean? So I like looking at those goofy scenarios, right? But that's like my idea of a cup and handle. This is kind of like, I would say this is more just like a bull flag, you know, a typical, you know, like you take the candle bodies here and, you know, you have basically like a falling wedge or a bullish flag with a breakout that pretty much just sends us what you would actually do is take the flagpole, and then you would drag this up, and this is like the most wacky, crazy upside target. Like this is the most bullish shit I could come up with. Is like we launch up to like the 90Ks off of like a really bullish falling wedge. But I don't think that, like, I wouldn't call that a cup and handle, not necessarily. That cup and handle theory is kind of in the same vein as like people who say, oh, look at this big bear div on the weekly, like the price went up but these waves are way lower. It's like this, so much time has gone on between these waves, and these waves may not be done, you know, hitting up there in the 60 line. You know, it's like, look at the waves getting saved again already. So a little bit of that is true. It's like, yes, there was a bear div here and we did correct, right? But then, you know, that idea dies and then we just go higher, right? Because the weekly waves just get a green dot and we just go back over the 60 line again. So, you know, be weary of ideas like that stretch across market cycles. Like, it is something to consider. And sometimes those ideas do play out to an extent, right? You'll be right for a little bit, and then you'll start being wrong, you know? Yeah. Trench Runner says, I don't know, man. I ain't drinking tea out of that cup either. Yeah, dude. You'd be like, dude, that's like, you'd have to be, Mrs. Nisbet from, Toy Story, bro. You're Buzz Lightyear sitting in, Sid's little sister's room, sipping tea with, like, her toys and shit, bro. I am Mrs. Nisbet. You guys remember that shit? Man, what do you guys want me to look at, dude? What do I do? What do I do now? I'm working on the merch. Anyone who wasn't watching last night, I'm working on some merch. You guys like my FloppingGroper, flopping and groping, dude? I'm gonna put this on a sleek tank top that I can work out in the gym with. You got that going, and then Crown was working on some designs, some Bool designs. Still fleshing it out, but we got the Bool. We got the Big Bad Wolf of Wall Street. Still got to put some text on there. I like this one, dude. I love these MC designs, man. This was like, he had a Phoenix one, and like we kind of worked together on this Phoenix one. I have a Phoenix on my arm, bro. See that shit? And the Phoenix, I love the Phoenix in trading and investing, because like sometimes we get blasted to smithereens in this you go down this career path, and like everyone has that story of when they got like ass blasted back to zero, right? And it's like you rise from the ashes, bro. So I love the Phoenix metaphor in investing. In fact, rebirth in general, it's like the lesson of like Jesus Christ, you know, when Jesus came back after 3 days, you know, he had to, an old version of him had to die for like the prosperity, the kingdom of prosperity, God's kingdom on earth to arise, you know? So Jesus is another example of like a market lesson where like the first time you get blasted to zero, you always come back stronger, and it's like a necessary step to you ushering in the good times, the true good times, you know, because you learn gratitude and you learn all those things. But yeah, these would make some really great stickers, bro. Like to like slap on your laptop and shit. You know, you go to the coffee shop, man, everyone's gonna want to talk to you if you have this MC logo on your laptop. And if any of you guys don't have Market Cipher yet, use code Titanic, 15% off. I promise we aren't a sinking ship. Only the markets are a sinking ship. We aren't the markets. We just read the markets, man. So we're gonna be here no matter what. Market Cipher's always pumping, baby. Get the indicators, 15% off. If you have any questions about the indicators, you can email me at nickcipherfg@gmail.com. And let's just get into the altcoins, man. Let's just get into whatever charts you want me to look at. I'm done doing my own spiels, man. What do you guys want me to look at? Let's look at some Doge. Make sure you guys use my link in the description if you do get Market Cipher, so my brother knows that like I was the one who got you that sale. It's good for tracking, so he knows that like I'm doing good. You know, he wants to like see like how much of an impact I'm having on the actual sales, because he's big on the sales and stuff. Even though like I love playing more towards the community. I like insulating what we already have. You know, like I like being that attic insulation, giving the people who already have MC like someone to listen to and ask questions to on the regular. You know, someone to inspire who we've already got. But I'm, you know, I'm getting better at the sales component too, even though that's typically been my brother's job. But Mr. Sid Vicious says, let's look at Doge. Let's look at Doge, man. How is the doggy coin going? First, I want to say that no matter how Doge is looking, I believe Pepe is the king of memes. Pepe, like, basically won Trump the election in 2016. There's Pepes everywhere, bro. Everyone knows who Pepe is. It's like the greatest meme community of all time. And it's only just gotten started. I'm like super... I believe Pepe will one day be like the flagship community meme coin. You know, like will be transacting in Pepe. There may even be a Pepe country. I'm saying like 30 years from now, when there's like no longer nation states, we'll all be migrating to wherever like in the world there are people who agree with us ideologically, and there will be a Kekistan, a Pepe the Frog nation state. And like they're all going to transact in Pepe. Like this is a future that I'm foreseeing. So looking at Dogecoin here, now that I'm done, you know, if there's one crypto cult I'm a part of, it's the Pepe cult, bro, for sure. I don't think Bitcoin's a cult. I think Bitcoin's the real deal. But Doge is just now coming over its Q2 anchor. So Doge is just now starting to make its bullish case. You know, we have that bullish May. You know, we had the knife catchers and the institutions and the dirty work doers coming in, and we pumped Doge 32%. This is amazing pumps. Anybody who did believe in the Doge at this right time here has already been justly rewarded. And thanks to them, we are sent over the Q2 anchor. So this is also, you know, coinciding with the recent high, right? So there's a lot. This is a really important anchor, the pink one up here. Not only is it April 1st, the Q2, but it's also the high. So it's like a 2-for-1, like a double whammy, you know? So far, May's been good. May will probably continue to be good for Doge. And, you know, just a modest pump up to that old high would be another 38% on Doge. And Doge just has nice valuations, like 16, 17 cents for a Doge. And it could go up to, back up to 69 or whatever it used to be at. That's crazy that Doge got 69. But Doge is definitely one of the, you know, it's a meme coin that I think could get saved. You know, it has a strong community, Elon Musk backing it. Isn't it kind of just like a Litecoin copy? It's like a more fun version of Litecoin. Yeah, it's coming over Q2. It's starting to look better. Jasmy and Velo, James Byers. We're going to look at Jasmy for you, man. Okay, so Jasmy has been holding really great over its year-to-date anchor. This is the kind of shit we love to see, man. The year-to-date, having a great year, and then just good accumulation on top of that year-to-date for Jasmy. We see it coming over May. We see it coming over the Q2, and it is making a run for the upper volatility band of the Q2. And I might have to go check on this guy real quick. He's calling me here. But Jasmy has another 13%, I believe, James. But I'll be right back, guys. We're going to check out Velo for James, and then we'll keep going with this altcoin analysis. Just quick break real quick. All right, let's look at Velo for this fellow. Oh, I know you're on that Mexi trading this shit, bro. This is a new recommendation. Haven't done any analysis on this one yet. Kind of an interesting chart here. Having a wonderful year, pumping up like mad, you know, in terms of the Q2. pumped up a lot over that. Coming down, finding some good support on top of the Q2. Despite Velo being kind of like against most cryptos trend, having a bearish overall May, you know, whereas most cryptos have been pumping, Velo has been underperforming, and so anyone holding on to Velo lately has been not the happiest fellow, looking a little mellow. But what we're seeing here is like, you know, these people who are disappointed in this right now, they may be dumping this shit because it's underperforming, but look, it's finding support on the Q2, and we're getting potentially a hidden bull div here on NickCipher's daily. So you're getting a really nice wave reading with the yellow oscillator about to cross up, with a higher low, with a overextended wave to the downside there. Actually, I'm quite hopeful on Velo since it's over its Q2. Who gives a shit about May, right? We can come over a May anchor if we got the year to date and the Q2 behind us with having our back. So it's been an unfortunate May for you, bro, on Velo, but I believe this one's about to bounce back. But I know nothing about that project, so you know what I'm saying. Rada wants me to look at Turbo USD. Oh, this is spot. 1 second here. There we go. All right, we got a pretty crazy chart here. Damn, bro. Talk about performance enhancing. This is performance enhancing, bro. This turbo. This is crazy, bro. We'll have to go short term on this, man. We'll have to go short term. But, you know, your year to date, your May, and your Q2, all crazy bullish. You know, even if you did like a volatility band on this, I'm assuming that this is very stretched up. Yeah, we are way up there. If we go into the 1 hour, is there any concerns? Is there any concerning signs? I don't see any textbook bearish patterns or anything. I don't see like an anchor trigger or anything like that. This isn't a clean anchor trigger here on the 30-minute. This is quite a bullish looking chart, man. Not gonna lie, your turbo is looking strong. I am not seeing, you know, a textbook standard div or anything like that on turbo. So it just seems like it's just running from its anchors and it's just stretching those upper volatility bands. You see that this volatility band that I placed on, what is this one here? What anchor is this? It's an anchor I placed on, is that the Q2? Oh yeah, that's your May anchor. Got you. Okay, so you place that on the May anchor. It's actually amazing how good of a May Turbo has had, and it just continues to rip up and go insane. I didn't really see any concerning overly bearish signs on it, so I mean, the trend is your friend until the end, you know. I would say that if you do want to retardio long this shit, just wait for the moments where it's coming over the intraday, right? Let the volume sway in the bull's favor. Catch a move like this where the waves come down lower, but you create a higher low above the intraday VWAP, right? Don't be in the business of saving this when it's under your intraday, just because of how much structure has been ignored and how far this thing could crash down. That's all I could say to help you out. AMC. Let's look at AMC, Trench Runner. Let's look at the stonks. Let's look at the stonks. So AMC, obviously, gigantic pump and dump. Let's check these anchors that I have placed, or maybe let's just place some new ones here. Let's take a review. Let's do a review of the massive pump and dump that we got. So we'll do a year to date. What the fuck, dude? Damn, what the hell? Man, it looks like, so we just pumped up to like a massive resistance line. Look at this daily DBSI keeping us down, bro. And we just pumped up to that and just dumped back down again. This is crazy, man. That's crazy. All right, let's see how we're doing in terms, let's zoom into this, like, you know, most recent price action, and we'll see, is there a case building for us to go back up there, or is this cooked? Are we completely cooked, main? Man, not gonna lie, for the time being, it's pretty cooked, you know? We're under these anchors for now. You want, before you go saving this shit, bro, you really want these to at least come over, like, the monthly, the Q2, the year-to-date anchors. This is looking super duper cooked, bro. Yeah, I was looking at, like, the 10-minute, and I was like, hell yeah, pump and dump. And then I zoomed out, and I remembered, like, how far this shit has gone down. Look at that downtrend, bro. So, you know, you could have Jesus Christ himself come and buy some AMC and, like, they will short this shit down. It's being shorted down, bro. So, if you think you can take on Wall Street, you know, go for it, bro. But, they just bulldozed a movie theater, like, right next to my house. So, you know what I'm saying? Movie theaters are going extinct, dude. GME. Let's look at the GME. This shit's so funny, man. Just picking these. It's like a scam, bro. It's like they got these normies to buy these like dying stonks to like be their exit liquidity, bro. Man, this is gnarly, bro. I feel like the calm piano jazz music is like not the right music for this. This is like, we need some really sad graveyard cemetery Silent Hill music. I mean, look, dude, we're just under the anchors, bro. Absolutely cooked to all hell. We'd have to come up to $30 before I even thought about maybe going up any higher. This shit is in the gulag, man. I've never said gulag and meant it more than looking at this chart right now. Chewing through these suggestions. Adam Thomas wants me to look at PTUSD. PTUSDT. Dude's probably trading on Flemex. Okay, so we got a baby. Is this have this little data, bro? Let me know, Adam Thomas, if this really is such a new coin that this is all it's got in terms of data. Yeah, it looks like this is all we're working with. So we'll slap an anchor right on May 15 when the chart was born. And we could do some weekly VWAP. We could do some weeklies. Honestly, man, we're losing a little bit of steam here. We really got to hold over this lifetime volume weighted anchor here. This is a critical level that it's currently at $1.07. We really need to hold this level here, you know, like come up and make a case for this to test the previous week's anchor and come over that for more upside. But what I'm seeing here is like we're hitting these lows and we want to see what the candle reaction to this level is. You don't just want to long off of an anchor as soon as it taps. You do want to see some strength after the dip. So this lifetime anchor is going to serve as your guide, bro. We got to hold that if you're going to catch any kind of like you know, on a baby coin like this, you could catch some big moves and stuff, but I'd say wait for a bounce off the lifetime anchor. Like you could catch a little scalp up to the weekly anchor, and then if we can go over that, then there's a larger swing long on this coin. But otherwise, it's looking a little iffy, clinging to life. Just going down the list here, Ed Camp wants me to look at AIOZ. I don't even know what that is, bro. Holding up over May, really good, bro. Quarter two, also good. And the year to date is, we got a winner here, folks. It's already gone a lot of its upside. You do have another 20% left to go. If we did a volatility band to the upside there, little 15%er if we were able to make it up. You got some good support, man. You got the anchors backing you up. Overall, this is one of the better charts we're looking at here. Kyle Skinner, we'll look at your Ponky for you, man. Ponky's ripping, man. Holy shit. You know, man, I'm not the best for, like, upside targets. I would be taking some profits on the Ponky, bro. The honky tonky. You're coming up running on this May anchor like this, bro. This is nuts. You got all the anchors below you backing you up. As soon as you see a little warning sign, you know, take off, shave some profits off the pig. But man, what a strong chart. That's just ripping, man. Not much else to say. You did get your first red daily candle in a while. So I would expect this to actually be like a sticking point for the market for the time being. You see a bit of ebbing and flowing, but also we see some hidden bull div here on the 2 hour. You see a wave coming down, price coming up. This is a crazy bullish chart, bro. Baylor 2 times wants me to look at AI tech. Creeping up, poking our head. The turtle neck is coming out of the shell here on that May anchor. Still under the Q2 though, so kind of a mid chart. This is mid, bro. This is some mids right here. Over the year to date, having a wonderful year. And so if we could just, you know, poke our head a little bit over this May anchor, get over that Q2, you do have a lot of upside. Keep an eye on AI tech, because if it is able to rally up over its Q2, you do have quite a bit of upside here. 100% pump. If that AI tech can just get over its Q2 anchor, let that strength establish, let the anchors get pulled up and sloped up into an established market uptrend, and you do have a really nice swing trade setup on that AI tech. Potentially, if the rest of the crypto markets explode, you know, and everything's popping, that's a big percent move. You pump from that Q2 anchor up there, you know, you're talking 100%. Jinky Scooby. Willem wants me to look at Ondo. Someone else was mentioning Ondo. And one of you guys talked about Doge. I already did a Dogecoin analysis. Dogecoin's doing okay, man. And it's a strong community too. So in the event of the crypto markets coming back, meme coins are a massive sector now. So I expect Doge to be performing well overall. But in terms of Ondo here, how we looking here? May is sideways shit. May has been garbage, bro. What is... Dude, I don't even know much about Ondo, but it's getting wrecked, man. It's getting absolutely wrecked. You got your first BitBoy green dot on the weekly. If you're into this kind of like you know, buying red. Okay, I figured this was the wrong one, bro. This looks fucked up. Which one did I click? I clicked this top one, dude. Here we go. I should have used this one. Here we go. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Okay. This looks much better, man. This looks a lot more familiar. Man, thanks for holding me accountable, man. I need you guys. Yeah, Ondo's running on that May anchor, bro. I remember this chart from like yesterday. You guys maybe look at this yesterday. Ondo's doing great, man. We're battering down the gates. You see like a bearish signal, right? That's now getting undone. I love seeing that shit in an uptrend. You know, like that point where the bears should have taken it. The bears get that softball pitch, but then they disappoint and it gets turned up on. So it's looking pretty bullish. If you hold some Ondo, you might be able to buy yourself a condo. Someone in the chat said that. Props to that dude in the chat who said that shit. Oh, here's another good suggestion. Let's look at GE. Let's look at General Electric. Win with Ryan wants me to look at General Electric. Let's see here. I want to make sure I'm looking at the right chart. There's like GE Aerospace, General Electric, this one right here. Let me know which exchange I should look at on GE. I guess it would just be this top one here. You're looking at a very strong uptrend here. You're looking at some hidden bullish divergence. Man, yeah, win with Ryan. You're seeing a hidden bull div on this. You see the higher low and the lower low with the yellow oscillator crossing up on the daily. So the daily on GE is looking really strong for continuation. AZTV says that looks like hard money, man. Yeah, this looks strong, man. This looks like this is the trend is your friend until the end type shit right here, man. I love that market cipher B is letting you know that you know, the money is reducing, right? But the waves are telling us that it's going to be a fight. The bulls are definitely about to pinch this blue wave off like a loaf. Yellow oscillator is about to cross zero. And we're about to enter like a bullish divergent type of potential higher high or equal high as previous. But GE's looking like a good buy, maybe in the medium term, if not long term as well, if that uptrend can maintain. So I like that on the daily. Just looking at the waves. So if we look at it from a anchor standpoint, you see it kind of struggling over May. But that's kind of what you want to see if we're holding over the Q2, you know, because then it's cheap. It's cheap in May. It's a good time to buy. So we're holding over the Q2 on GE, and we're getting a bull div. So fuck what May has to say, you know. Let's go off the Q2 is bullish, and our year to date we got a lot of good bullish volume way down there too, but that's pushing us up. You know, when the year to date is sloped up, we may not be interacting with price, but imagine this as like you know, pushing the price up. As long as that is sloped up, it's only when this year to date goes flat in a point like this, you know, where things get concerning, you know. So I say that's looking good, bro. Gainesville, we're getting through it, guys. We're getting through it one at a time. Gainesville wants me to look at Sauce, which is a crypto. Looks like we got some wrapped sauce on Mexi. This is a kind of a goofy chart. We'll just get right through it. May's looking hopeful. April, we just came over that April anchor, and you got your year-to-date right there. So there's some year-to-date, you know, turbulence here, man, but you did just come over Q2. So I don't know, personally, it's not much space left to go. It's only a 9% move to flip this entire thing way more bullish for swing uptrade. So I would keep watching Sauce. If we can pump 10%, build some traction over its year-to-date, then I would consider this upward move up to that top volatility band and these old highs and shit. For the time being, though, it's under a bearish year-to-date that is sloped down / sideways. So nothing in the works. You see the bear div on the daily here, bro. You know, you see the waves trending up, but the price is much lower. So Sauce is still in the gulag, still building a case to trend on its year-to-date. The year-to-date is currently sloped down. So Sauce is a save it, bro. Wait for it to gain some traction there. Jason Marino wants me to look at Canopy Growth Corp. What's the ticker on that boy? CGC. Okay. Oh man, this is a big downtrend, bro. This is getting shorted by Wall Street, bro. Oh man, this is looking bearish, bro. You're even seeing, like, you know, price overall trending up, but the waves coming down on the daily, chewing through these sideways anchors, potentially coming down to the year-to-date here. So I would expect a pullback of like another 12%. Maybe you get a bullish bounce off that because our DBSI on the daily did flip green. This would be the bounce point down here at your year-to-date anchor, but it's looking pretty shite in the short term. AZTV wants me to look at Andy, which is a meme coin. I can't remember what chain Andy's on. I believe I did look at this one before. It's on ETH. Andy is on ETH. Pumping like crazy here, man. Last couple days have been nuts. It's a new coin. Pumping on that May anchor. And not much else to go off of. You got the lifetime and the May anchors serving as support. A little bit of more room to the upside, but I would expect this to kind of get into the iffy territory where it's not like free gains anymore in about 7 to 8% pumps. Once you get up to this band up here, it's a little bit tougher to say, and you're kind of off in la land, and it's up to you to just kind of take profits and, like, you know, if you want to hold on to it, and it could mega pump, you know, but I'm not the best for like upside targets, bro. But we're getting up there. It's a performer. It's been performing. But what we love to see is like coins that are over their year to date in their Q2, but maybe their May hasn't been so hot yet. You know, those are the good buys, right? So this one's already been performing. Might be maxed out here in like a couple more percent, but I'm not sure, man. But Andy's looking really strong. Mark the Shark wants me to look at Jupiter. Man, it's cool that we talk about so many different coins and shit, because you know, most of us, we get pretty pigeonholed into the charts that we're looking at, and so as a community we can come together and talk about charts that we wouldn't normally talk about, for better or worse. But Jupiter building a case on its May anchor. May's been good. Once it gets over the Q2, it looks like it's strong enough to make a run up to that top, which is a 50% swing move. So that's a lot of gains on the table if we can get into a strong quarter two posture. It does look like a bottom formation here. You know, you get not the year to date, but you know, the lifetime anchor served as a really great line for demand to come in. You form that ascending triangle bottom. And so now we're just getting the test of support on that resistance, right? The old resistance, now support, coinciding with the Q2. That does leave you with, you know, you have like a trade setup. You have a trade setup that basically looks like that, you know? Put that under put that under the May anchor, you know, and you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. But I wouldn't do that yet. I would wait for it to get over the Q2 and show a little strength on this resistance line and that Q2 anchor. Ooh, let's take a look at the Pepes. Let's take a look at the Pepe. I bought some Pepe, bro. I'm a huge believer. I believe there's going to be a Pepe country one day. But when America falls and we are divided not by race or religion, but purely by creed, purely by ideas, there will be a nation of Pepes, Pepe lovers, bro. And they will transact in Pepe. We're off in La La Land. It's hard for me to dictate how far this freaking goes. Other than maybe what we could do is like take, you know, if you consider this a bullish flag on Pepe, you take the flag pattern and you extend that up, and you could say that maybe Pepe could go up a little bit more, like another 15%, and then we see another consolidation. But you see, we're already stretching my volatility bands, and every tool that I have in the book in my arsenal to like gauge a top and tell you where to take profits has been hit on Pepe. It's very bullish. It's a hyper performer, strong community. Maybe it's got another 10-15%. AZTV, let's see. Just chewing through TrueBit. You look at TrueBit. He has like this elevator music. Man, smash the likes for the elevator music and this expert chart analysis. I feel like I have like the most loyal, for how many subs I have. You guys are really awesome. Like I get like as many likes as like other TA people, despite having like one of the smallest like sub counts, because I'm pretty fresh to the scene. This one's looking strong. Your trues over all the anchors, bro. You've got like some short-term targets, a little 15% pump to 14 cents, and then if you go over that, if you go up to 16 cents, you got that 32% pump. Drew wants me to look at Tesla. How's old Elon Musk been doing? We were doing some good work on Tesla in the past, man. Let's see what we got. Might have to do some super macro analysis, but you know, just from like this year, you know, we dump over, let's see, okay, so we dump down below Q2. Overall, it was a really shit year for Tesla. But all of a sudden in Q2, we kind of like had that like capitulation, like this shit's fucked, and then it rallied up. And so now we're getting a bullish bounce on the Q2. We just recently had some resurgence over the May anchor. And so now we're battering down the gates of our year to date. The idea that Tesla is having a bad year, you know, that is at 186.50. So this is honestly a very bearish point, a point where I would consider if market cipher B is looking bearish. This is a dangerous point in the markets for anyone looking to hold on to Tesla, because you're at some year-to-date resistance, right? And it has been a shit year. When I look at the big picture on Tesla, let's go back to log chart here. Let's slap an anchor on that low there so you can see, you know, lifetime Tesla, we've come up and we've formed some really strong support on this anchor from 2019's low. So, you know, we're seeing the signs of a case being built on Tesla making a comeback, right? We see some good support built down here. So far the year is still a bearish year. And so it's a very strong downtrend that you're going to get sold into. At every little point, you're going to have people dumping supply on your ass and shorting on your ass. But if suddenly Tesla can break that year-to-date anchor, you know, there is a lot of upside on Tesla, just not yet. But you've got a potential 120% pump on Tesla just to get back up to that high. So yeah, Tesla is like, it's a dangerous thing to get into right now because the year's been shitty. But also, lifetime Tesla, you found some good support, and I would say continue watching Tesla through the summer. You know, when we get over that year to date, things change. Lolo wants me to look at TIA and NotCoin. Someone else was saying TIA as well, so let's take a look. Hope you guys are still in here, man. It's been taking me a while to get through these. Let's see. Coming up over May, looks like we're having a bearish year. You know, a pretty bearish year on TIA. In the gulag for sure. In the gulag. If we go lifetime TIA, ooh, see, this is what we didn't see some clean accumulation at a lifetime anchor. The lifetime anchor is still resistance, so this is some mega gulag shit, not going to lie. You see, like, look what's happening is we're about to get another little bearish trigger wave. It's just very incentivized to sell this shit and dump your bag at, like, when it comes up. If you're cheating this, you want it to come up so you can dump your bags, right? You want to dump some supply at these bearish anchors. It hasn't flipped bullish really. But, you know, you see a big dip like this, you know, and then you see a slightly less strong wave. You know, you see the money flow trending up. It makes you think that overall it is forming something like this, you know, but it's just not its time. It's not TIA's time for longs. Dennis Smitka wants me to look at Bonk, but I gotta look at NotCoin first. NotCoin, that's a cool name. Oh, nice. What a nice chart. It's like literally, it's like unironically not a coin anymore because it's going to zero. Coming off, you know, it was birthed yesterday and it's having quite a rough start. You see, you know, this textbook case of when you're in a red DBSI. You know, you see these bear divs, and then it just goes lower, you know. Not much data to go off of, so you're pretty much just scalping it down. Just scalping it down until something changes. Money flow is getting thinner. Little bit of bull div actually on the 65 minute. You're seeing a bull div. But you're in such a strong downtrend that you actually want to be looking at the bear divs. Like, this bull div may only play out partially, but if you look at like this bearish hidden div that played out a little bit better for you, like to the downside. So the bearish scalping is going to be more cards stacked in your favor on this thing for the time being. All right, now we'll take a look at Bonk. Bonk doing a good job over its Q2, pumping over that all-time high anchor. In terms of summer targets, you know, how are we looking? We're already pretty much tapping, you know, we're tapping at the top of that upper volatility band. You see this like bull flag that kind of played out here. Very clean bull flag. So you would take the flag pole, extend that up, and you do have a potential technical target up here at 6.5 cents, 6.7 cents on Bonk, if we do go more stupid mode on that. But Bonk is in a pretty bullish posture just over all those anchors. It's another joyous day. It's another joyous Wednesday. It's hump day. We're out here, man. We out here. Gainesville wants to look at H-bar. Let's look at H-bar. H-bar holding that uptrend. And that's what we want to see. Holding us a very tight, strong uptrend over a green DBSI on the daily. Pumping over the anchors. Thank gosh, man. Skin of our balls. We were down here below these anchors last time I remember. But we come up over. And so we are, I mean, I'm expecting this, if we can hold over here, to pump back up to that fake news wick, you know? What's the overall situation here? Interesting that we, you know, the old resistance became support. And we did maintain, we're coming over it, man. It's in an uptrend over the anchors. And your upside target is just that wick, man. It's just that wick right there. Dennis Smicka says Bonk is a monster. I've already made a lot of money from it. Yeah, man, Bonk's a killer. The meme coin sector is just murdering. Jackoff has a challenge for me. He says, what's your opinion on ASM USD high time frame? I can't make sense of it. Am I looking at a crypto, bro? Am I looking at a crypto? Jack off. Okay. Assemble protocol. Yeah. So you're looking at like the weekly chart. Oh, you're looking at the monthly, man. You got to remember that the month. You're looking at the monthly. Well, bro, no wonder why you're confused. We just have a little, you know, we don't have any data, dude. But you know, we did go up to that old high. Slap an anchor on the beginning here. That's where we want to get up to. It looks like we're bottom formationing back up to that lifetime VWAP, you know. But so we would have to go on to look at this more from a short time frame perspective, you know, in terms of our May and April action and our year to date. Okay. Yeah, man, so you're in the gulag for sure, for sure. If I put an anchor at these all-time lows, the all-time low, it would have been real nice if we saw a clean accumulation bounce on top of this all-time low anchor, right? But we didn't see that. This green anchor here. So that puts us in kind of a rough spot, bro. It's in a really rough spot until we I mean, look at all this web of resistance you've got, bro. Shout out to Crown Chakra in the chat too, going over everyone's favorite charts. Crown and I working on the merch together. Crown and I killing it with the collabs, man. We're just a dynamic duo. But man, your assemble protocol is in a bad state because it's just got to chew through all these resistances. You got a red DBSI. You've got lifetime bearishness bearing down. The bears are bearing down, downsloped, sideways. You gotta at least get over an all-time low anchor. You know, this is the steady baseline that you gotta hold over to remain bullish, right? And so, this neon green anchor that we're currently at, sitting at 3.4 cents, like, we gotta come over that before you even think about longing this shit. But, you know, let's see, the blue waves. Nothing super clear bullish on that. I do see the weekly wave showing you a little bit of a sign of hope there. The money flow did come back up. The yellow oscillator's looking to cross up on your weekly. It could pop up and the narrative could shift pretty quickly because we are at that all-time low anchor, bro. So, yeah, it's a tough call, but it's just not. You're not holding on to performance here. You know, you're trying to save this thing. Hope I was able to help you, man. Turbo Daddy, man, let's end it with a good old Turbo Daddy coin. He's always got the best coins, man. We got to look at the people coin. Every night we look at the people coin. Weekly saved money flow coming back up. Looking super strong, man. Super strong. Just balling on that May anchor, bro. May anchor and the Q2 like congealed together. Look at all these. This is what we love to see for uptrends, is these congealed, bunched up, sloped anchors all kind of working in unison here. Got this kind of like a couple of the other altcoins we were doing like flag pattern targets, you know, so maybe we could try to, I don't know. It's hard to do a flag. It's hard to find a flag pattern on this actually. But technically you could say like it was like that, right? So maybe I don't know, maybe you could come up here. I don't know, Turbo Daddy. It's like you're on your own, bro. You're on your own with this shit. It's going past my volatility bands. Once you go 8 mode, it's like it's retarded, dude. Yeah. All right. Well, looks like the recommendations cooled off. So, man, feeling good. Did 50 push-ups on stream, so we did 350. I did 350 push-ups today for you people, so Bitcoin would pump. So like the stream, god damn it, and get the hell out of here. Come back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow's freaking trash day, so we're gonna take out the trash tomorrow, man. You guys have a good night, and thank you for coming in. Thanks for keeping me company. Yeah.